everybody and welcome to this week's video. It's an exciting one. It is the first eventing vlog of this season. Oh, I'm so excited. So this is our first one of the year. We were obviously supposed to be at Oasby last week, but that got cancelled because of the unseasonable weather. Who wants snow in March? Nobody. Anyway, we are off to Lincoln horse trails tomorrow. Lincolnshire? Is it Lincolnshire these days? Who knows? Really keen to get out there and see where we're at and how we're doing. It's going to be wet because we've had obviously all the snow and then a lot of rain. But I'm so excited. Wet or not wet, I just want to get out there and get going because it just feels like this season's taken forever to get off the starting blocks. But anyway, it's happening. Join me on the video, see how we do, and keep everything crossed that it's a good one. Okay, so it is Friday afternoon. Ridden both the boys. Barry had a dressage lesson, he was very good. I've got the urn on in the background, you can hear her just getting ready because it's bath time. Oh dear, someone does not look ready for bath time. You're having a snooze, aren't you? You're being a snoozy bee. Yeah, because I don't want a bath. Anyway, I've got a lot to do this afternoon because obviously we've got all the yard to do. Also happens to be my dad's birthday, so we're going out for dinner. And obviously, I've got to plait and everything because I'm on stupid early because it's me and I always seem to be on stupid early. It's fine. I'd rather be early and get better weather and going, hopefully. So let's get cracking. I've got a horse to bath, I got my tack to clean, I got a horse to plait, and all the lorry to load up ready to leave at, I think we're leaving about 5:30 tomorrow morning. So let's get cracking. The other thing I need to do before I bath is I need to sort out my stud holes because nobody likes doing that with wet legs. And I always like to do it the day before because it just takes, it's something else that you can just tick off the list and it takes the pressure off. So I'm gonna clean them all out and tap them if need be, and then put some cotton wool in, ready for tomorrow. Stud holes. Oh, honestly, my back's killing me. I had this little blighter wedged in one of his holes, and they are never fun to try and remove because they just never want to come out. But I'd rather have that fight today than tomorrow. So one job to tick off the list. Right, I think we need a before and after actually, don't we, B? Because you are not very clean. Ugh, look at that tail. I mean, you're not going to look very clean having cantered around the working in once, but you know, we've got to look good before we start, haven't we? Much better. Okay, I know you need a wee-wees. We'll go do wee-wees in a second. Oh, the tail is white, the back legs are white. We are clean. Okay? Yeah. I'm slowly becoming more bedraggled by the job. Oh, well, that was a mission. Barry is not a fan of having a bath, so bathing Barry is always a bit... I mean, he doesn't do anything wrong, he's not naughty. He is just, it's like trying to hit a moving target the whole time, and he just doesn't understand that if he stands still, bathing is quicker. Anyway, he's done. I've had a quick top layer change because that was very, very wet. Now it's time for the tack. I did my jump tack yesterday, so just got my dressage stuff to do. Yeah, and then we're almost done on the cleaning jobs. There we go, all clean. If you watched my vlog, was it my last vlog? I can't remember, or have I not uploaded that one yet? I talk about the different soaps that I use, and I have two that I really like. I have the Oakwood leather conditioner, which I really like to use on tack that needs a bit of loving. So if something's not been cleaned for a while, or if it's got a bit wet and it's got a bit dry from having been wet, stuff like that, then I'll use the Oakwood conditioner. Or I do also like the Voltaire leather balm. That is also very good. And then for show tack, like today, I use the Steuben, which just gives everything a really nice shine. You can see that everything's just a little bit nice and shiny rather than a matte finish. And that is this one here. It is a Steuben saddle soap, and it is the only one that I've found that actually stays shiny, because a lot of them, you can use them initially, like now, and they look great, but tomorrow they just look boring and dull and not shiny anymore. So this stuff, the Steuben, is very good for maintaining its shine after you've cleaned it. So big thumbs up for me. Right, preloading the lorry today because, as we know, I've got a very early start. I like to have everything ready to roll when I have an early start, so all my tack ready and in. Obviously always lock the locker if I'm leaving my tack in. And then things like having everything loaded and ready to roll, basically all my boots in, all my numbers in. Right, what am I missing? Numbers. There you go, nice, fresh and clean. One jump number, one dressage number. Pop those in there. Time to get his boots organised, and then that's the lorry about packed. Right, so tack is all in and locked. Barry's boots are all in. Got the vet box in there, and he's got his recovery mash. Plaiting stuff I've got out ready to use. I've got the stud kit, I've got the Steuben, and then I've got the all important like ice for his leggies and some bandages to bandage over those. I've just filled up the water. We've got one tank in already and the other tank here ready to go in the back. I've put my stuff in, my boots are in, my hats are in, my jacket is in. We're nearly there. Nearly got everything, I think. Just got to put the plaiting stuff in once I've plaited him. Hay net, obviously, but won't do that till I put him in tomorrow. Yeah, I think I'm about there. The first one of the season is always a difficult one because you're out of the flow, aren't you? So there may well be stuff that I need that I've not thought about. Hopefully not. Hopefully I've remembered everything. Need to get my hats tagged. That's the important thing. This year you need your hats tagging afresh, so I need to remember to leave time to do that. Right, it is time to tackle the mane. Hey, Mr. B. You're all snoozy now. You've had your tea, aren't you? Yeah. Right, let me do this. Really good. Get it done quick. Yeah. Okay. Go. Well done. Hey, you're a good boy? Almost. Oh dear, big yawns. I only had to do the forelock plait 3 times. Didn't we? What is that face you're pulling? You are funny. Right, just get you all wrapped up and you can go to bed. Oh, sleepy. Right then, Mr. B. I'll see you in the morning. Yeah. All done. Right, get home and then we'll be back at stupid o'clock tomorrow morning. Good morning. It's 10 to 5, which is just an ungodly hour to be awake, quite honestly. But it is the morning of Lincolnshire trials and we are ready to roll. I'm just getting the last few bits together at home. This is our garage slash workshop area for when I have time to do any shoemaking. I'm just gathering up Barry's ice packs that I use on his leggies after cross country. They're just 2 gel ice packs that I've glued together to form a little like leg wrap situation. And then I chuck a load of these little blocks in my bag to keep them cool. And they last all day. I mean, I've had competitions where I've been on like late and we've had to leave early because it's quite a distance. And they stay really cold in this little ice pack, little ice bag with all the right blocks. Obviously I'll pack it better than that. Yeah, cheap and easy. Okay, so it's very dark. I'm just in here sorting my number out before I go and wake up the boy. Get my little bib net set out. Hang on, that's not the one I want, that's the bridle numbers. We need the big bag. Where did I put those? Where did I put those? Are they in here? Yes. There we go. The big bag. Right, need to find out what number I actually am first. Right, I'm number 359. It's a good number. I like 5s and 9s. They have always been good for me. 3s not so much. Don't really have a preference with 3. I think everybody has their little number superstitions, don't they? Numbers they like, numbers they don't like. My friend Chloe has to have a number that adds up to something good. I'm not quite that OCD, but I do like good numbers. Right, you need both hands for this, so I'm going to get all my numbers out that I need and switch all these around. There we go, easy, done. Done. Superb. Good morning. Hello, BBs. Hi, everybody. You look a bit evil with the flash on. Pop some lights on, shall we? That's better. Good morning, sweet boy. Hi. You okay? How clean are we? That's a bit of poo on the face there. Thank you for that. Right, should we give some food? Expect the damage. So, just getting the lorry ready while Barry eats his breakfast. I am hoping that Dad's going to turn up at some point because we're supposed to be leaving at 5:30. It is 5:15 as we speak. He's not here yet. So I'm hoping he turns up soon because I can't drive this big truck. Yeah, it was his birthday yesterday. Can't get this bloody thing. There we go. Yeah, it was his birthday yesterday, and he did drink rather a lot of Guinness, which is fair enough because it's Paddy's and it is his birthday, so you know you've got to drink Guinness on St. Patrick's, haven't you? But yeah, I'm just hoping he's not going to oversleep because that would not be good. He hasn't ever yet. So I am hopeful that I will have a chauffeur at some point, but keep your fingers crossed that he turns up. He's here! Yay! The lorry's just been started. We are reasonably clean, I think. Just had a bit of a brush. Plants are all in still. So I think we're about ready to roll. Come in, Bee. It's really quite warm. Boy. Here he gets. Good boy. Come in. Come in. Right. Ready to go? Yeah. new pink tags. It goes quite nicely with my faded red colour. But yep, ready to roll for this season. Here we go, course walking. Miley! My dog is on a lead. As in, it has a lead on. I'm just not holding said lead. But there's no one about. It's that early that we have no horses around us anywhere. So I think you're okay, Milas. Right, fence 2. Perfect, nice big one. Get us going, get us in the air. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I like a big 1 and 2 to really get you going. Okay, right, let's head round the rest. Sorry, I forgot to film the last few. Typical. So the little second to last is next to that tree there. A big palisade with a ditch. And the last fence is a nice big house. And through the finish. So it's a decent track. It really is, which is good because I think Barry suits those nice big bold galloping tracks more than the little trappy sort of 100/novice tracks, if you know what I mean. He needs a proper novice track to really get his eye in early on to make sure that he's up to confidence levels when we get to the bigger stuff, which is, you know, you usually have. Yeah, it's good. I'm pleased and I'm looking forward to getting out there. Full excited, aren't you? Being a good boy. I've got Dad on stud duty. It's the best thing about bringing Dad. He gets to do all the good jobs, doesn't he, V? Yes. Quick scan of the show jumping. Had a little walk round, looked at some of the distances. It's fairly nice, the going seems good. Just got to remember to ride it properly. Okay, so I thought I'd do a little voiceover of our test. We didn't have a ton of time once I got back from walking the show jumping, so I cracked on and got ready and got on without filming anything, typically. He worked in really, really nicely, really forward, really together, really springy. And then, as always seems to happen, we went in to do our test and he just went super backwards. I mean, he does nothing wrong. It was a fairly sweet test, but he just hasn't got the spring and the float that we have in the working in. I think it's partly me. I think I clam up a little bit when I get down to the ring to do my test. And I think that's because I really want it to go well. But, you know, it wasn't bad. This leg yield here is quite nice. His 15-metre circle was, you know, a nice, good-sized, rhythmic, even 15-metre circle. But you can just see I'm working a little bit hard because I felt like if I took my leg off for a second, he would just stop dead, which is not what you want. Again, the medium trot, it was just a shadow of what he can do. He's just, and in the working in, he was floating across. And we just seem to not be able to get it in here. We just seem to, like I said, clam up a little bit and not really have that forward free motion. Like I said, it's not it's not a bad test, but it's definitely not our best test at all. But, you know, we got it done. First one of the season, big tick. I know what I want to work on. I'm going to have a bit of a play at figuring out his working in pattern and see what suits him best. Look at the funny colour he is, bless him.
He's got a brown neck and a grey body. He is so strange. But yeah, overall, I was pleased nothing went wrong. There was no sort of mistake elements anywhere. We had struggled with certain things. The leg yields can be a bit of an issue. They were fair today, and I think the score reflected that. It was just, it was all right. Wasn't great, wasn't bad, nothing went wrong, but it wasn't spectacular. You see how much I'm having to work here for these. I'm like, go Barry, get over it. But yeah, he can do out all of this so much better. We had a little trip there. The going actually was miraculous. Canter transition was nice there. That was good. Yeah, the going was actually way better than I was expecting. Now, see, that was supposed to be a medium canter. Could you tell that was supposed to be a medium canter? No. I just had no go. We had no go. It was very frustrating. Because, again, the medium canters out in the working in was super, super good. In the past, we've had problems with this movement. He seems to think he wants to do a flying change. But, again, that was good. So I can't really complain. He did everything fairly well. It's just that impulsion that we were lacking, which just ruined everything a little bit. Like that upwards transition, he was a bit hollow because he just wasn't connected with power from behind. Again, this medium canter, a little better, but still not really a medium canter, which was frustrating. But anyway, I was fairly pleased. It wasn't a bad test. It just wasn't at all what he can do. And we went back out and did a bit of work in the working in again afterwards. And again, he was floating across. Dad was like, was that the same horse that just did that test? I was like, yeah, I know. We can do it when we want to. But I think I need to practice riding and he in the arenas, and he needs to have more practice.
Okay, so dressage was all right. It was a bit flat. But I think that's me getting a bit tense because, I want it to go so well. Which is exactly what I do in the show jumping, which I am not going to do now because that's where we're headed.
Okie dokie, on to show jumping. He worked in okay. He felt, again, a little flat, and I was a little bit concerned about how this would go. It was an up-to-height track. But overall, I was really pleased with him. Show jumping is Barry's weakest phase. As you'll have seen in previous vlogs, he's just not a natural springy jumper. So I was actually really pleased with this, and fairly pleased with my riding too. Round here, 1 to 2 to 3, we keep a nice consistent rhythm. I don't chase him anywhere. I don't hang on to him anywhere. And he rewards me with lovely jumps. Fence 4 here. He just jumps beautifully. Very good boy, Mr. B. Coming round into the double, we go a little bit backwards. Not badly, and I don't chase him, which is what I would normally have done. But because we were quiet through the double, we didn't quite have the power here, which means we were off this and we had the pole. But again, I was pleased with how I rode in between those two. Normally, I'd have hung on to him, trying to make him wait for the upright. He'd have hollowed and we'd have had that too. So it's all improving, which is fantastic. He jumps this beautifully. And then again, just flows down to this double of uprights so sweetly, and does a really classy job through there. I was really chuffed with this round. It's getting better. Right, heading straight out onto cross country now. We've only got a few clips of this, but I will let you enjoy. He stormed round fantastically. just finished washing off, as you can see. One very soggy arm. Really, really chuffed with him today. He has just jumped phenomenally. To say that's his first novice, his first event for a start this year, and his first novice since Cornbury last year. So we only did 100, 200s to finish the season on. I'm just chuffed with him. He's just come out this year feeling so good. We had a pole, my fault. We just landed with not enough power after the double, and I expected him to take on the long stride. And he did, bless him, but he didn't have the power to make it cleanly. But on that cross-country course, he was fantastic. Really, every question he just went, okay, yeah, I got it. And there were some tough questions out there for a first one, especially for a horse that's not established at novice yet. We're getting there. Last year he did obviously a fair few, but they were by no means polished. We didn't have a single, other than maybe his first one, we didn't have a single novice run last year that I felt he really, all across the board, felt good. And today he didn't feel phenomenal across the board. Dressage was a bit flat. Show jumping, we had the pole. Cross country, really solid. And that's the one you want to be solid. Yeah, really, really pleased. We've got a couple of time, I think, but I didn't want to gallop him because I don't know how fit he is. Because yes, I've done canter work, but until you get out on that course, you just don't know how they're going to feel. And so we didn't push too much the first half. But I think we only got two time faults, or 2 seconds, something like that. But anyway, really, really tough with him. He's having a well-earned graze. And I'm going to get out of these wet clothes and get him all sorted. Oh, Mr. B, back home, having a munch. Very curly mane, haven't we? Look at the different colours of you. This is him clean. He just looks dirty still because he's got his brown neck. And the rest of him's gone really grey now. Even his bum's really grey. But he just has this brown neck. Can we have all of the summer coat through, please? Yeah. Super chuffed. He's such a good boy. Hey, are you a good boy? Yes, you are a good boy. I know I'm a good boy. Oh my goodness. What a good first event of the season. I was really hoping for a good result today. More just because we've put so much effort into the training this winter. And I really wanted to feel like our hard work had paid off. Barry, what are you doing? Yeah, just we put so much effort into the training this winter. I really wanted us to go out and have a good first one to back up all of that hard work we've put in. And it's just a bit of a reward as well, because I feel like last year we were just we were almost there so much of the time. And obviously this is only the first one, there's a whole season to go. But what a way to start. We've ended up finishing on 40.8, I think. Or no, bang on 40. We are on 40. If we hadn't had the pole, we'd have been way further up there. But still, even with a pole and 1.2 time faults and a not so great dressage, we managed to come 7th, which a top 10 finish at his first event of the season, going straight out at novice. Really, really chuffed. Yeah, over the moon with him. I'm so looking forward to working on the few niggles that we noticed, especially the dressage, and to go out to Thorsby and have a cracking run at the 2-star at the end of this month. I'm really, really excited. Are you excited? Barry says I'm excited too. The dressage is all me, as I said. I just need to learn to relax and ride softly, fluently. It's the same as the thing in the show jumping. If I relax and ride how I do in training in the show jumping, it goes well. It's the same in the dressage. If I can just start to relax and ride him in the dressage rather than just sitting there and trying to do all the moves and just survive the test, then it will go better. And the annoying thing is, dressage anywhere but at an event is there. It's perfect. He's getting, 69%. But trying to, there's something about eventing that just, I want to do, because it's something you really love and enjoy. I really want to do well, but because of that, I put too much pressure on myself, and I get all up in here, and I don't do what I normally do. So, show jumping, almost nailed. Dressage,
time to nail it next time. I'll see ya on the next one. Thanks for watching.